Hello everyone, this is Jebooutdoors and today we will sharp and shine. Everyone has own preferred methods to sharpen their tools and I do have my preferred method as well. So I will just show you guys how I will sharpen different tools with different sharpening stones. And I prefer to use traditional methods rather than, those magnetic diamonds, easy to do sharpening devices. All right, first thing I want to start with is my favorite axe. It's been sitting in my basement for a little while now, and of course it's sharp but not sharp enough, and also got some rust on it. So I do have sandpaper, and I can actually just take some little bit off. And I also use this sandpaper for my carving tools, and I'm going to show you in a little bit how I do it. And we'll just do a little bit cleanup, if you would. And you can see all this rust on the sandpaper. It's not perfect right now, but what I'm gonna use also will, apply some oil on it, so that way all this rust will be just eaten out. Or also you can use vinegar. It's really good by removing rust. And I had a video probably a year ago how I did it, and tools were so much cleaner after using vinegar on the rust and dipping them into it. So for the axis, I have preferred stone, not the brand but the stone, with coarse and fine surfaces on both sides. And also my sharpening stone has two different fine and coarser sides. So these are very easy to use in case you need to remove some cuts, bends, or whatever damage can be on a blade. The coarse side will take it so fast, and then you can just refine it with the finer side over here. Also got this honing oil, which I'm gonna use, and just apply a little bit. I usually do it on a stone, but in this case I'll just spread it evenly, just like that. And not gonna be using coarse side, and I'll just use fine side and do this round motion to sharpen it. This is my preferred method, rather than doing this straight sharpening just like that. I love to turn and rotate along the blade as you go up and down, and it works really good. Other side, and get to probably the next one, because this one was not too bad. It won't take a long time. Right now I'm just holding it against me to hold it in place, or you can just hold it against the table, hold the top and do it, depending on the handle lengths. So yeah, like couple of minutes and it should be razor sharp. Yeah, and this is quite enough for an axe. I'm gonna just show you. Look at this. It works like a knife. So now we're gonna go to the sky. Okay, next will be this sky. This is not like a full-size sky. but in my experience, we did it this way before. Of course, the stones were smaller, but just to show you. But we would hold it firmly like that and do it to show you the better this way on both sides along the blade. But I cut my knuckle on the finger, and since then I'm never done. Right now, so what I'm gonna do is just use honing oil on my sharpening stone and do it just like I would, but upside down, just like that. I would my X, and this should be effective method to sharpen it. Save my fingers. Looks like this method is working. I use it mainly on the grass. Look at dirt. Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. Let's test it. Just like that. As you can see, I can do some feather sticks with it. This is 2000 grit sandpaper, and I'd like to just clean it up a little bit. Just perfect. Now I'm gonna sharpen my more favorite knife. I do carving with it. I do use it for food, for cooking, and I do use it in many different scenarios. And it's right now, it's so sharp. Just let me show you. I haven't sharpened it for probably like 3 months. And look at this. It's really sharp. But for more knives, not enough. It's not enough. So what I'm gonna do is use this sharpening stone, and I will use 4000 grit. Apply some water. Some people like it, do it, towards the blade. I like to do it opposite way. Just start and turn, just like so. I'll do it maybe 10 times for each side, and that should be it. Heck yeah. An angle of the blade is very important. It comes with experience. I wish I brought 8000 with me. 8000 is better for this blade. Final touches, and we should be good to go. And feel it. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Look at this. So more knife is ready to go. It doesn't consume too much time to sharpen your tools. It's easy. Maybe you recognize it from my previous videos. Good thing it's very small and very usable. It came not sharp enough, so I want to sharpen it. I'll apply some onion oil on and do the same thing right quick. And I think it's a really quick job. Like maybe 30 seconds to 1 minute for each side. You just start and go along the blade to the end and back. Oh, looks shiny enough already. Let's, oh yeah. you can see, it does really better job. Then we will just put it aside. You can see easy like that. My next one will be machete. I think, yes, a little dull to me. I will use this 4000 grit to sharpen the whole thing. In this case, I will use my honing oil. Gonna be a lot easier because the blade is huge. The water will dry on me right quick, so I'll just use the honing oil to make my life a little easier. And ants are just eating me alive. This is huge blade, bro. Yeah, these stones are just making wonders. A little awkward, but doable. And you can see all the stains here. And be careful with this, surfaces like this, stealth surfaces, I call them. Don't overdo it and don't damage this non-reflective surface. So that's when your, angle of sharpening matters the most. As you can see, it's just the blade I'm sharpening right now. Time to test it. So my machete is like razor right now. One more bonus thing I want to show you for those of you who love carving, especially spoons, how to sharpen these hook knives. They are absolute disasters to sharpen. And I'm going to show you the way I prepare just in a second. What I do is get a stick and the sandpaper. As I said, this is 2000 grit, and just rub it over just like so, and hold it just like that, and do this kind of movements. The longer your sandpaper is, the more you sharpen your tool, and just do this long enough to make it sharp as carving tools should be, and outer side the same way. So this is the way I do it. It is more comfortable to do as you have this round tool and you can see the marks of cleaning or sharpening, if you would, from side to side and inside out. This is what I like to do. I really don't like this tool because it cuts fingers all the time. Very awkward to use, but for the bowl, perfect. What are you gonna do? Other, carving knives, like let's say this one here, I like to use pelt right here and this strap. Really easy, just do during the carving, as many times as possible, and do like 10 backwards or 10 one side and another 10 on the other side, and you're done. And then again and again and again. This was sharp already, but just wanted to show you, how I do it. So let's get to my veteran knife. Those of you who watch me long enough, you're gonna recognize this knife that's been through many testings and disasters and buttoning and cutting, planing, throwing, still alive. This guy getting rusted because the metal is different. So I'm gonna use again onion oil, and probably I would use vinegar just to dip it in it, probably half an hour, 1 hour, and all the rust will go. And just keep it lubricated until you use it again to, avoid, this rusty blade. But let's see. Yeah, it's dull. So now it's a chance to do it, and I got lots of rust on the stone. Yeah, this one gonna be a hard one. I'm gonna use fine side of my X stone and just do the same way to remove the rust, and hopefully those bends will go out. This is one of my favorite knives, and it's been with me probably now 4 years, and it still does its job. Shouldn't be like razor sharp. You can see the cut over here. Probably I cut some kind of wire with it, or I don't know. I think it's gonna be boring for you, so I'm gonna do my job. This is gonna require probably 10 minutes of work minimum. So I'll join you when I start refining it on a straight stone. Well, it's been over 10 minutes of grinding. My hands are shaking. It just took so much power to, smooth the blade over. So I will just do final sharpening, and we should be good to go. I use onion oil and see if this 4,000 grit is enough. I should have done 1,000 and then 4,000, but let's see. Hopefully this will work. While pushing the blade, be careful not to slide over. Like you can see, it's covered with oil, so it's really easy to, put your fingers to slip over and just cut yourself. So just be careful. Use gloves, cut resistant gloves. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You wanna see it? I'm just covered with all this oil right here. Very awkward to cut. Yeah. There you go. Like, look at this blade, man. And it's almost as sharp as my mirror now. And I'm gonna leave this oil on as well to remove this rust. We will go to our last two knives. This one is my survival knife, and it has its own stone, and the ferrous rod. And I really wanna try this one out. It looks really sturdy, and try to sharpen this one. I don't think it's dull, but why not use water, Better in survival situations. I don't think you're gonna have a onion oil. You're gonna find a really regular stone. And this is the way I do it moving forward. There you go. From bottom to the front. Be careful. If you do this method, I told you, you can cut yourself really easy. And from top down, and you move up forward. The stone is really small. There you go. I don't know if it's enough. Oh yeah. It was sharp, and now it's like razor sharp. Let's test it. Yeah. This little stone works as well. For survival, that's more than enough. Light, small, compact. And I'm gonna show you how this packs, just like that. You got a hardcore on it, which is very useful. This knife can be strong. It has a, let me just show you first. Goes in the pocket, and this ferrous rod goes on the side, just like that. It's a survival knife, which is cheap as well. So it's more than enough in a survival scenario to make a fire, cut something, or hunt or whatever you want to do with the paracord making a spare. And look at this stone, man. It was all white. And the last one of my favorite ones, beautiful knife. It's very nice to handle because it has a long handle with all these curves and very comfortable to hold it. And I love this blade as well. There we go. And same way, but the blade is short, so you can do it as a whole. Don't wanna damage this beautiful work of the smith. Damascus blade. Heck yeah. Look how much stuff came on. Oh, let's see. Yeah, yeah, yes, 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 yes. Yeah. So yeah, perfect cuts. As you can see, it's double. Really sharp, really sharp. I don't even need to sand it or do anything. Beautiful, beautiful knife. Beautiful knife. Just very well made. Has this hole over here. Anyway, on this note, I wanna end this video and thank you for watching. I would love to see your comments and your experience, in sharpening tools. I've never done saws and I'm really into them, maybe in my early childhood. But as for the tools, I want to see your comments about your experience. What stones do you use, for sharpening your knives and other tools like axes or even saws? Thanks, guys, for watching, and I will catch you next week.